Here's a look at Cissus verticillata. I think Possum Grape is one of the common names. I'll be sure to put a link to probably the Florida Plant Atlas or maybe the IFAS blogs, like the invasive and aquatic and invasive species website, and we'll cover some of this in here. It's interesting to now I'm afraid I can't get you the flower on this because it's probably a little early. I think it's a perennial vine, but it hasn't, these aren't flowering right now. So and I thought it was interesting, and when I was looking at the plant atlas, here's some of the stem of the vine there, that there's an insect that parasitizes this and causes deformations in the growth. I would guess maybe the stem, but perhaps the leaves. And flowering, it's in the Vitaceae family. Flowering is similar to that. So, but again, it's not going to happen in this video. And usually you can tell if it's established up in a tall tree because you'll get these little fine filamentous threads that come down. And I'm not seeing that necessarily here in this cluster. Here's a little pull-away shot. And I think that's all I have that's interesting. I guess there's some medicinal uses for this. Again, I'll do my best to make sure you get some links down if you want to dig a little bit deeper, but anyway, we're going to document this. And the vouchering is really strange. It seems like coastal South and Central Florida, not so much in the interior around Lake Okeechobee, and then kind of up into the Orlando area you see its distribution, at least in what's been vouchered so far. So all right, so Possum Grape, and again, not flowering. It's September 1st, so I'm not sure when flowering occurs, maybe in the spring. Oh wait, duh, hold on one sec. Can you see that right there? There's a little cluster of flowers just starting. Save the day. Thank you, flowers. I was endeavoring to find you guys some of those filamentous strands that come off of the Cissus vine here, and I came up short, but I happened to come across this cluster here, this group, and there's plenty of unripe fruit and tons of the flowers with tiny little pollinators working them. I don't know if it's showing up in the video, but they look like little gnats or something working the flowers. So I offer that instead of those. If you've seen them, you know them. They're sort of classic. There's an orange dog there, I think, catching a little pollen themselves. But you'll know them when you see them. And again, they start out kind of like this. These are sort of maybe leading growth edges, but they look like that, like these little filaments that come down. It's impressive when you see them. So Cissus verticillata, if I'm saying that right. And a lot of flowering going on this little segment here. Tons of pollinators. But yeah, I tried to find in this cluster here, and there's some on that Australian pine there, and I just couldn't find you anything, so alas. But anyway, for a common vine, hopefully this will be satisfacient.